Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up because what Asian Doll just dropped might be the most explosive revelation this entire Durk, India saga has seen yet. After weeks of silence and subtle shade, she's finally said the words that shook every blog from Say Cheese TV to Candidly Cassie. I have proof. That's right. Asian Doll claims she's holding receipts that expose what India Royale allegedly hid from Lil Durk. And if even half of what she's saying is true, this could flip their entire story upside down. It all started when Asian went live late last night. Eyes locked on the camera, voice calm but cutting. Everybody think they know what happened, she said, scrolling through her phone. But y'all don't know what she was doing behind the scenes. Then she looked straight into the lens and whispered the line that's now breaking the internet. I got proof, and I'm not scared to show it. Within minutes, #AsianDollProof was trending. Fans lost it. Blogs went wild. Even India Royale's silence suddenly felt heavy, like she knew something big was coming. So what exactly does Asian Doll have? What truth could be so damaging that even Durk's camp is staying quiet? Stay right here, because if this proof is what it sounds like, it's about to change everything. It started just like every other messy night in rap culture. A random live, a few cryptic tweets, and that one word that makes the internet stop breathing, proof. But this time, it wasn't rumors, it wasn't shade. It was Asian Doll with her phone out, face unbothered, nails tapping the screen like she was loading ammunition. I told y'all I wasn't going to talk no more, she said, leaning close to the camera. But since everybody keep playing with my name, let's talk about what really happened. The chat went crazy. Thousands joined within seconds. Even Say Cheese TV and Candidly Cassie started screen recording before she even finished her sentence. You could feel it, the calm before something massive. Then Asian Doll scrolled through her phone and said it clear as day. Everybody sing India innocent, okay? Then why she was in my DMs talking about Durk like she ain't still with him? Boom. The entire live froze for a second. You could almost hear the collective gasp across the internet. She lying, one viewer wrote. Another said, ain't no way India did that. But Asian Doll wasn't flinching. Y'all love believing fairy tales, she said. Y'all think that girl perfect, but she was playing games too. She turned her phone toward the camera, just enough to show a blurred screen. It wasn't a full screenshot, but it looked real enough to make fans lose their minds. A name was blurred at the top, but one thing stood out, a message bubble that read, "You really think he loyal to you?" That was it. No context, no timestamp, but that one line set the internet on fire. Within minutes, #IndiaDMs started trending. Bloggers uploaded reaction videos. TikTok detectives slowed down her live frame by frame, trying to read the messages. Candidly Cassie posted her reaction first, saying, "Oh nah, if this is real, then India got some explaining to do." But India Royale's fans weren't buying it. One fan tweeted, "That DM font don't even match Instagram's update," while another said, "Asian been editing receipts since 2019, please." Still, the damage was done. The seed of doubt had been planted. The Shade Room posted a split-screen photo of India and Asian with the caption, "Breaking. Asian Doll claims India Royale secretly messaged her about Lil Durk. I have proof." The comments went wild. She obsessed. Nah, this one might be real. Durk better log off the internet tonight. And that's exactly what happened. Lil Durk vanished. No story, no tweet, no response. Just radio silence. But Asian Doll didn't stop there. "I've been quiet long enough," she said mid-live. Everybody painting her like some angel, but she was calling and crying about a month ago. "Y'all think I'm messy, but y'all don't even know the half." That line, calling and crying, immediately caught everyone's attention because it lined up with an old rumor from weeks ago when a clip leaked of Asian Doll saying India called her in tears over Durk. Back then, fans brushed it off as clout chasing, but now it sounded like confirmation. And to make it worse, Asian doubled down. She said, and I quote, "I can't do this no more. He keep embarrassing me." You could hear gasps from the live audience. "Who's she talking about?" One viewer commented. Another wrote, "Girl, you better not be lying, cause the internet gonna eat you alive." But Asian wasn't backing down. She leaned closer and said, "I ain't gotta lie. My receipts speak for me." As soon as she said that, her comments flooded with "drop them." Show the screenshots. We need receipts. Instead of dropping them, though, she just smiled. Not yet, she said. Let her deny it first. That was the chess move nobody saw coming. Asian Doll wasn't just exposing something. She was baiting India Royale into reacting first. And the crazy part? It worked. Within hours, India posted a single story. Some people really need therapy, not attention. Fans immediately took sides again. Half said India was right for staying classy. The other half said she was dodging the truth. Say Cheese TV captioned it best. India Royale responds to Asian Doll's claim. Therapy, not attention. This getting ugly. By then, everyone was talking. Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, even gossip podcasts were jumping in. The energy was chaotic. One blogger from Neighborhood Talk dropped an alleged insider claim. Durk knows about the messages but doesn't want to make it worse. That single sentence made things spiral even further. Because if Durk knew, that meant there were messages. By 3 a.m., India, Durk, and Asian were trending together. Edits, memes, conspiracy threads, all exploding at once. But behind the chaos, something strange happened. Asian Doll ended her live abruptly, saying, "He just texted me. I ain't even gonna say who, but y'all know." Fans instantly assumed it was Durk, and within seconds, her comment section became unhinged. He really texted her? Durk reaching out at 3 a.m.? India, wake up. And just like that, the line between rumor and reality got blurred again. Because now, the real question wasn't whether Asian Doll had proof. It was what Lil Durk was doing after she said she did. And that's where things started spiraling faster than anyone could have expected. By sunrise, the entire internet was in meltdown mode. Blogs were updating by the minute. Fans were dissecting every breath. And suddenly, this wasn't just drama. It was a full-blown digital war. But while everyone waited for India Royale to respond, something unexpected happened. Asian Doll went live again. This time, she wasn't smiling. You know what's funny? She began, her tone sharper, her eyes locked on the lens. They always try to paint me as the problem, but when I speak facts, everybody gets quiet. She paused, scrolling through her phone again. Y'all said I was lying. Okay, let's talk about that night. The chat lit up instantly. Drop the receipts. What night? Say it, Asian. She sighed and leaned forward. Y'all want to know the truth? That girl, India, hit me up because she wanted to know if he was still calling me. She said, I just need honesty woman to woman. And I told her what I told her. Don't ask questions you don't want to hear the answers to. Boom. Another explosion online. Hashtag woman to woman trended within 30 minutes. Blogs had their headlines ready. Asian Doll claims India Royale called her for closure. Candidly, Cassie went live immediately, eyes wide. Oh my God, she really saying India reached out. This is getting wild, y'all. But this time, Asian wasn't just talking, she was narrating. The room behind her dim, her voice calm, deliberate, like she was reading from a diary. I ain't never go looking for no man that's taken. I ain't do that. But don't sit here and act like y'all don't know how these dudes be telling one thing to me and something different to her. The comments split right down the middle. Half the fans called her out, this messy, while others defended her, she keeping it real. But the real shock came when she read a supposed text from Durk out loud. He said, you know she gon' see this, right? And I said, she already seen enough. Fans went absolutely feral. Wait, that sound like real messages. She reading it like it's fresh. Durk really texting her again? Now, mind you, nobody could prove those texts were real, but the delivery felt real enough. Her tone, her pauses, the timing, it all clicked too perfectly. Meanwhile, India Royale finally broke her silence, but not with a live, with a tweet that read, some people love playing victim in stories they wrote themselves. Boom. Chaos. The tweet alone gathered hundreds of thousands of likes in an hour. Screenshots flew across timelines. Bloggers reposted it with captions like India Royale fires back at Asian Doll. But instead of replying online, Asian Doll posted something else, a video snippet. A screen recording showing a blurred DM conversation. Fans could barely read it, but you could make out two words he called. The internet lost control. TikTok edits, fan theories, YouTube breakdowns, everything exploded. Even the Shade Room teens chimed in with the caption, "Asian doll posts new proof." Fans think she's talking about India Royale eyes. Suddenly, everyone was a detective again. Some slowed down the clip and claimed to see India's profile icon. Others argued it was fake. One fan said, "Bro, this looks too perfect. She playing with AI screenshots now." But while everyone debated, Durk made his move. He posted a story, black background, 3 words, "Y'all too loud." Fans instantly flooded the comments. He admitting something, he just tired of them both. He the reason they fighting. Then, one of Durk's close friends, a DJ from Chicago, decided to speak up. He commented under a blog post saying, "Y'all don't even know what happened behind them phones." Both sides wrong. That one comment threw gasoline on the fire. Because now, it wasn't about who was lying, it was about how much everyone was hiding. Blogs started calling it the Durk Triangle. Even Candidly Cassie posted a meme with the caption, "When you try to play 2 queens and both start dropping receipts." By the evening, Asian Doll came back again with a smirk. "He can act like he don't care," she said. "But the same dude who told me not to post these messages was in my DMs last week, saying he missed me." Fans went crazy. Asian knew. She really saying this on live? And just like that, another wave hit. India Royale responded again, but this time in a way that no one expected. She went on Instagram stories, showing herself doing her makeup with Summer Walker's Karma playing in the background. No words, just a vibe. But the caption said everything. Silence ain't weakness. It's self-control. Blog screenshotted it instantly. India Royale sends message to Asian Doll after leaked receipts. Fans flooded the comments. She unbothered for real. She's shaking the internet without saying a word. But the silence didn't mean peace, it meant plotting. Because according to Neighborhood Talk, India had private conversations with Durk that same night. A close insider said she was crying, not angry. She just said she's tired of being dragged into mess she didn't create. That statement flipped everything again. For the first time, fans started feeling sympathy for her. One user posted, "Y'all be forgetting India, the one holding it down while both of them talk." Still, Asian Doll wasn't letting up. She reposted a fan comment that said, "She the only one brave enough to tell the truth," with a flame emoji. But that's when Durk finally broke his silence for real. He went live. No background music, no filter, just him. "Man, y'all turning this into something it ain't," he said, shaking his head. "I ain't no perfect dude, but I ain't the monster y'all painting." People gone say whatever make him feel better. When someone commented, "Asian saying India texted her," he paused for a long second, then said quietly, "Believe what y'all want." The live ended right there. No explanations, no confirmations, just silence. But that silence? It screamed louder than anything he could have said. Because now, everyone wanted one thing. The truth from India Royale herself. And the internet didn't have to wait long. By the next morning, you could feel the tension like static electricity in the air. The blogs weren't slowing down. Screenshots, rumors, half-truths. Every piece of gossip fed a fire that refused to burn out. But what came next turned the whole story from petty online drama into something raw, real, and way too personal. At 10 a.m., India Royale finally went live. The lighting was soft, her face calm but serious. No glam, no filter, just truth. "I wasn't even gonna say nothing," she began quietly, "but I'm tired of waking up every day to my name in mess that I didn't start." The comments exploded. Hearts and shocked emojis filled the screen. She talking about Asian. India finally done being silent. She took a breath and kept going. "I didn't DM nobody for clout. If I reached out, it was out of pain, not curiosity. I wanted clarity, not chaos." Her voice cracked on the word pain. You could tell this wasn't performance. It was exhaustion dressed as strength. Then she dropped a sentence that made every blog lose its mind. "If somebody gotta leak messages to feel relevant, that says more about them than it ever will about me." Boom. The chat froze. That was a direct hit. Everyone knew it. Asian Doll hadn't even been named. But the shade was heavy enough to cast a shadow across the whole internet. Within minutes, Candidly, Cassie went live again, voice trembling with excitement. Oh nah, India came with a soft fire. That's the kind of response that hurts worse than a drag. She calm, but she cutting deep. Meanwhile, Asian Doll was watching. Literally, fans caught her joining India's live under a burner account. And when India said, "Some people chase attention like it's air," she instantly posted a cryptic story of her own. If the shoe fits, wear it. Now, it wasn't just drama, it was emotional warfare. Lil Durk, who had stayed silent since his short live, finally reappeared online. He posted a black and white picture of himself in the studio with the caption, "Everybody talking, nobody healing." That one line divided the internet again. Half the fans called it damage control. The rest said it was confession in disguise. "He guilty and poetic about it," one comment read. Hours later, a voice note leaked. Allegedly Asian Doll talking to a friend. "He told me, 'You tripping for posting that,' but I told him she deserved to know." The clip was short, muffled, impossible to verify, but that didn't matter. Every blog ran with it. Asian Doll doubles down. Durk's secret call confirmed. As the noise built, India Royale posted a final story. A photo of her daughter playing in sunlight with the caption, "Peace don't need to be defended." That single post silenced half the internet. Suddenly, it didn't feel like gossip anymore. It felt like heartbreak on display. Even the biggest blogs started shifting tone. Say Cheese TV tweeted, "At this point, this ain't tea. This therapy in public." Neighborhood Talk added, "Everybody bleeding out loud, hoping likes will stop the pain." But then came a last twist, something nobody expected. Late that night, Asian Doll deleted every post about the situation. No captions, no comments, just gone. Hours later, she posted one final story. "Sometimes the truth don't set you free. It just show you who never cared." And just like that, silence. Fans flooded the comment sections, begging for closure. Durk gotta say something. India won by staying calm. Asian played herself. But deep down, everyone knew the truth. Nobody won. Behind the scenes, insiders told Candidly Cassie. Durk called both of them. It wasn't anger. It was apology. He said, "I wish I never made y'all enemies." Whether real or rumor, that quote hit fans right in the chest. Because after all the lives, leaks, and late-night tweets, this entire saga came down to 3 people. Each hurt, each defending their version of love. By the end of the week, the feeds went quiet. No new posts, no new shade, just a calm that felt like the end of a storm. But even in that silence, people could feel it, something still unsaid. India Royale, the face of composure, walked away with dignity. Asian Doll, the voice of chaos, finally put her phone down. And Lil Durk, the center of it all, learned that even loyalty can drown in noise. Yet the internet never forgets. Clips kept resurfacing, edits kept looping, comments kept guessing. Because this wasn't just another celebrity mess. It was a digital tragedy about love, pride, and pain. And somewhere between the receipts and the regrets, one thing became clear. Proof might expose lies, but it never heals the truth. And that's how this whole saga finally reached its breaking point. Not with another leak, not with another live, but with exhaustion, heartbreak, and silence that said more than any words could. Fans are still divided, the blogs still spinning theories, but deep down, everyone's asking the same question. Did Asian Doll really prove her point? But did she just prove how far love can push someone when pain gets mixed with pride? Did India Royale win by staying quiet? Or did she lose by holding everything in for too long? And where does Lil Durk stand now? A victim of his own chaos, or a man watching his world crumble because he couldn't protect peace when he had it? Whatever side you're on, one thing's clear, this wasn't gossip. It was vulnerability broadcast for millions. A story about loyalty turned into leverage, about truth weaponized for attention, and about love that died live on the timeline. So what do you think, Spillora fam? Did Asian Doll go too far, or was she just done being silent? Should India Royale finally tell her full side, or is her silence her power? And do you believe Durk's finally learned from this, or is it just another cycle waiting to repeat? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. No filters, no bias, just truth. Hit that like button if you've been following this roller coaster from day one. Subscribe for the next chapter and turn on notifications because you already know when the next lead drops, we're first on it. This is Spillora, where stories don't trend, they erupt. And remember, this story isn't ending, it's just beginning.